In this session, I'd like to ask you, while you're sat at home, to do something for a while. First, listen to the instructions and then press pause. I want you to find 3 spaces to write something. It might be a red, a yellow and a green post-it note if you happen to have a home office fully stocked. Or it might just be the words red, yellow and green on a piece of paper. It might be a picture of a traffic light. Maybe you can print one off like this. But I want you to have 3 separate places where you can sit and think about conversations you've had, and maybe you can put them into one or other of these places. In the green section, I want you to put the things that people say that 99% of the time are just funny. You can laugh them off. Oh, I hope you have a license for that mobility scooter, Tim. Oh, don't drink and drive when you have a glass of wine. I hope most of the time I can laugh these things off. They're not funny particularly, but I hope I can laugh them off. On the amber part, I'd like you to write things that sometimes might get to you. When you're tired, when you're run down. Things that maybe people expect of you that they wouldn't expect of somebody else. That can be quite a pain. Things like when people say to you, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" Well, nothing's wrong with me. "Oh, you mean the fact I can't walk?" Oh, let me tell you. I don't necessarily want to share my life and my health with anybody, but people expect me to. Or the person who comes up to you and said, "I had a friend who had that. They died. Thank you for your words of encouragement." And then on the red part, I want you to remember some of the things that have been said to you that have hurt you deeply, that have taken you weeks to get over, or maybe you have never quite got over. I want you to write those down and to think about them. But don't give those thoughts too much energy. It's not about opening up those fears and pains again. For me, it might be like the time when I was going up through the town centre here, and there was somebody with their Bible and their tracts that they were handing out. And they were giving out tracts quietly to people who were taking them or not taking them. And then they looked at me, and I looked at them, and they handed me a tract, and they said to me, "You really need to know Jesus." I was not in a place I could just laugh. I was not in a place where I could even talk to the person. I took the leaflet and I came home fuming. The assumption being, because I was disabled, I couldn't know Jesus. Because I wasn't healed, I mustn't have a relationship with him. The fact that I'm a Christian and have been for many a year still hurt that somebody would decide just on looking at me that I really needed to know Jesus, because obviously I didn't. So I'd like you in a moment to pause this video and to spend 5-10 minutes with some music on in the background, just thinking about things that make you laugh, even if they're not funny, things that sometimes get through your shield, and maybe 1 or 2 times where somebody has said something that has hurt and that you've held on to. And then when you unpause the video, we'll then think about what we can do with those things.